Hi, I'm Daniel with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at and I'm going to show you how to install the CURT Spectrum Brake Controller on our 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. One of the best things about this brake controller specifically is that you don't have a giant brake controller somewhere on your dash. You can actually mount this anywhere you'd like, and it looks pretty good. It looks like a OEM knob that would come on your truck already installed. Now I'll go ahead and go over some of the functions of this knob here. So the first function is the brightness. So if it's real late at night, you can turn the brightness down, which is nice. And then you can go ahead and press the center, and I'll take you to the next function. This is your gain. So this is going to be how much the brakes are going to press. So if you put it really low for maybe a light trailer, it won't engage as much. If you have something heavier, you can turn it all the way up, and it'll engage with the full force of the brakes. Now you press it one more time, and this is going to be the sensitivity. So this is going to be how fast the brakes enact. So if you put it all the way up, of course, the brakes will enact a lot faster. Now the gain and sensitivity is going to fine tune when you have a trailer on the back, but this is a proportional system. So it actually has an inertia sensor in your brake controller that we tied up under the dash, and that's going to sense how hard you press on the brakes. So the harder you press on these brakes, the harder the brakes will engage on your trailer. So if your trailer is experiencing sway, or if you're going down a really steep rocky hill and you don't want that trailer to be pushing you as you drive down that hill, there's going to be a manual override. So you're going to want to push down, and you can turn the knob while pushing down, and that's going to set your manual override. So the lower, of course, the lower it'll brake, the higher it'll brake. And you just enact this by pushing down, and it'll go to that setting you already preset it at. Now when you unhook the power from your trailer, you're going to have these two blue blinking lights to indicate that you're not hooked up. Now this will blink red and yellow if you have a overloaded circuit, so that's really important to know. Now the install on this is extremely easy. The only hard thing is really figuring out where to mount this. Now it's just a couple connectors, and if you're ready to get this installed, then follow along and I'll show you how to do it. First off, you want to grab your wire adapter that comes in the kit. There's going to be a gray side and a black side. Now you're going to want to get this gray side that's going to go to the factory wiring in your vehicle. It's going to be up behind here. Now this one will have a dummy plug on it, so you're going to want to get that removed. Just looks like that. And I'm going to get the new one plugged in. And now we can go ahead and place our switch. Now we can really place this anywhere we want as long as this can reach our plug here. Now you can drill a hole in your dash so you can feed this through, and it looks pretty nice. But this is for demo purposes today, so I'm actually just going to feed it this way and get it stuck right here. But they give you double-sided sticky tape in the kit, so you don't have to screw anything to your dash. But they also give you a metal bracket you can use as well. I'm going to stick this in place and get this wire fed. Now I can get this plugged into our brake controller. And then I will go ahead and zip tie the brake controller to a sturdy surface, and all these wires zip tied up behind the dash. Now we can go ahead and test to see if this is working. If you're doing this at home, I would just hook your trailer up and setting this to manual mode like I will right now, and setting it pretty high. So you have to press down and turn at the same time for manual mode. So we'll go ahead in the back, put our test box in, and see if we're getting a voltage. And as you can see, we have voltage, so that means our brake system is working properly. Now that just about does it for the look at the CURT Spectrum Brake Controller on our 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500.